Portland this morning after neighbors report hearing a hail of gunfire. The suspects fled the scene, and at this hour, no one is in custody. Meantime, police say 3 others also suffered gunshot wounds in that shooting. Fox 12's Marilyn Deutsch brings us a story from Northeast Portland.
Portland police called to this area of Northeast Fremont and 82nd at about 5:20 this morning. But it was Northeast Milton, a several-block-long side street off Northeast 82nd, that quickly became the focus of the investigation. You can see the evidence markers of shell casings dotting the street. One person we spoke to thought he heard 25 shots and said it sounded like a shootout. Neighbor Greg Bengton told us this.
Heard multiple gunshots, multiple calibers.
Northeast Milton is a street with apartments and houses, but also lining the street, motorhomes, cars, tents, where the houseless live. People say this area is a problem.
In the last couple of years, a very large influx in people camping on the streets, motorhomes, and then they abandon the motorhomes, and sometimes they get lit on fire. And that's not cool. Not in my neighborhood here.
Jeff says he worries about the safety of his 15-year-old son because this is not the first time he's heard gunfire here. In the case of this morning's double homicide, it's not clear that anyone who lives here on Northeast Milton had anything to do with the gunfire. Meantime, police have not released any information about possible suspects in this case, only telling us they were gone before they got here. They conducted a search but did not find the shooter or shooters. Some neighbors reported hearing wheels screeching and think this may have been a drive-by shooting. The Bureau's homicide detectives combed the streets and yards looking for evidence as they work to solve yet another deadly shooting in the city. The Bureau has 16 homicide detectives. It had just 10 last year, but they say to try to keep up with the demand of the skyrocketing shootings and homicide rate, they've added 6 more detectives and hope soon to add 2 more.
It's the same group of detectives that are responding to all of these, and so there's no rest for them, and our heart always goes out to victims and their families as well.
These 2 homicides bring the homicide count in the city to 58 now. Last year there was a total of 54, and we still have 4.5 months to go this year. In Northeast Portland, Marilyn Deutsch, Fox 12 Oregon.